I think we've all heard the phrase that mother knows best, but unfortunately it takes a long time to figure out that she really did know best. I'm Olivia Sandoval, and growing up, my mother always told me that I have the skills, talents, and interests that I have for the greater good of others and not for my own benefit. While I always have believed in this, it has led to some very hard and difficult seasons, and despite all of that, I really have still clung true to this belief, and as my faith in God has strengthened, so has my belief in what my mother taught me. So the areas of my life that are the most heavily influenced by this belief have been my education and my career choice, and I wouldn't have been able to have made the decisions that I made without my supportive community. So the first area of my life that my mother influenced was my education. When I started to think about college as a senior in high school, I had no idea what I wanted to major in. And so I took a series of aptitude tests, and they all came back saying that I should do business. That was very broad, and I had no idea what to do with that. And so I started taking my business courses, and I discovered that as nerdy as it is, I kind of liked accounting, and I was kind of good at it. And so I became an accounting major. I also then entered into a 5-year program to get my master's and bachelor's at the same time, and it was pretty much a guarantee that I would be a CPA and I would work for an accounting firm. So I ended up having some very bad experiences throughout this program, some of them in classes and some of them at my internship. Through these experiences, I really just started to doubt if I really should be an accounting major and if I was still living the life that my mom would be proud of. And so I decided that I would still finish school with a degree in accounting, but I would see it more as having a background in business knowledge than being a career choice. Because of this decision, I ended up having to turn down a job that was very high paying. This was really difficult to explain to my parents because it was a very high paying job and it would be really hard for me to find a job at that level in a different industry. I ended up deciding that it was more important for me to be happy and to be in a career that I loved than to make a lot of money. It also was difficult because this program is very specialized and all of the people in it pretty much do the same things and follow the same path, and I chose to be on a very different path, and it was just not always easy at all times. Overall, my experience with school, while it was difficult, really stopped me from heading down a career path that I wouldn't be proud of later in the future. So, all during school, some events were happening that I didn't realize at the time were going to shape my career that I have now and a career that I want to have in the future. All throughout college, I was a babysitter, and I mainly babysat for one family of 4. While babysitting for them, this family had their 5th child, a girl, and she unexpectedly had Down syndrome. I started babysitting her on the day that she came home from the hospital, and while watching her grow, I got to see all of the struggles that she had, and I got to see all the things that were difficult for her that weren't difficult for her brothers and sisters. Through seeing this, I learned to really have a love for Down syndrome and to have a passion for kids with Down syndrome and a passion for better integrating them into society. Earlier this semester, a job opened up at the Down Syndrome Association, and they were looking for an operations manager. I applied for the job, and thankfully I got it. I've only been working there for a short amount of time, but in that time I have learned that I operate better when I care about what I'm doing. I've found that it's easier to go to work and spend time and long hours doing tedious tasks for something that I truly believe in and something that I care about and something that is aligned with my beliefs. This was very different than accounting for me because in my accounting internship, I didn't enjoy what I was doing and I didn't enjoy being there because it didn't align with my beliefs. In my short amount of time in this job, I've also been affirmed that being in a nonprofit is where I should be. I've learned that it really does fit with my career goals to have a nonprofit one day and also aligns with my beliefs. Over the past 4.5 years, I truly have been on a roller coaster with figuring out the role that school and my career plays in my life. Thankfully, I've had a very supportive community, and without them, I wouldn't have been able to make these decisions. My community of friends and family have kept me very grounded in the past 4.5 years that I've been in college. I've become to view these people more as an extended family rather than just friends. I've lived with these people, and I have shared dinner with these people, and we've opened up our lives to each other. Because of that, I've been able to have a wide variety of people to seek advice from. This has been very helpful because these people often know me better than I know myself, and they often are able to see my situation with more objective eyes because they're not caught in the middle of it. In closing, my education and my career and my community have shaped me into who I am today. However, the way my mom raised me and just the beliefs that she instilled in me as a child gave me the foundation that I needed to be the person that I am today. Thank you for listening. Yay!